Arsenal on red alert over Julian Alvarez deal. This genuinely could be the catalyst and the spine-breaking move from Manchester City. I don't think people realize how big of an impact Julian Alvarez has made in a Manchester City shirt. And now reports coming out that Arsenal are on red alert over Julian Alvarez deal. Atletico Madrid, PSG, Chelsea, and now Arsenal are all focusing on the Argentine international. If you're new to the channel, please go down, hit that subscribe button. The road to 20,000 is on. 89% of everyone who watched yesterday's videos were not subscribed. So what are you waiting for? Go down, hit that subscribe button, drop a like. If we get 1,000 likes, that would be absolutely unbelievable. Now, are Arsenal about to move for Julian Alvarez? This genuinely could be absolutely insane. Now, Fabrizio Romano has been very, very active reporting on the Julian Alvarez situation. Let's cast our mind back to a few days ago. Now, Julian Alvarez said on a report, I believe it was to ESPN Argentina, that he was happy at Manchester City, but he also wants more game time. Now, Guardiola has got this knack of, if a player wants to leave, the door is always open. Manchester City in the last 5 years have let Leroy Sané, Raheem Sterling, Mahrez, Gundogan, Zinchenko, Jesus, player after player after player after player have left. And Manchester City have somehow replaced them. But Julian Alvarez, for me, is a very underrated piece in the Manchester City side. Very, very, very underrated. His goal record is very good. His Champions League record is very good. He wins trophies wherever he goes. He's won 2 Copa Americas and a World Cup. He's won a treble. He's won a Club World Cup. He's won a Super Cup, Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues. The guy's CV is absolutely stacked with honours. Now, Atletico Madrid are reportedly interested. Now, I'm going to break through the Arsenal report in a minute, but I want to bring up what he said regarding Atletico Madrid. Pep Guardiola on Julian Alvarez, Atletico, I have nothing to say. He's our player. He's coming back soon. I'll hug him and congratulate him, and we start to work together. He is our player. I count on him. Now, that wasn't the sort of response I would expect him to come out and say he's not going anywhere, etc., etc., etc. Now, Julian Alvarez agent will be in Europe next week to discuss with Manchester City. Manchester City can let him leave if Alvarez wants to go, but only for an important fee. Won't accept a bid in the region of 40 million euros to 50 million euros. PSG and Atletico calling Alvarez's agent since June. Now, the reported fee for Argentina's number 9 is around 70 million euros, with a further 15 million euros in add-ons. Now, the Standard have put 15 hours ago, Arsenal are on red alert for Julian Alvarez deal. Arsenal may be entered in the race for Julian Alvarez, reports claim. Chelsea have been linked with Manchester City's Argentine striker, while it's being claimed that both Atletico and PSG are both in talks with his agents. According to the Daily Mirror, Arsenal are closely monitoring Alvarez's situation at the Etihad Stadium as they continue to target a major new striker signing this summer. Could the World Cup winner follow the likes of Alexander Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus from City to North London? I'm going to be completely honest. Arsenal have been linked to Victor Osimhen and Victor Gyökeres. I think overall, Julian Alvarez would be the best signing out of the 3. And I'll break down why that is. Arteta absolutely loves versatility in his team. Everyone should be able to play multiple positions in a Mikel Arteta and in a Guardiola sort of system. Julian Alvarez is valued at 90 million euros. The fee is going to be around 70 million euros with a further 15 to 20 million in add-ons. That is an absolute steal for a player of his caliber. Is an absolute steal. His record in the Manchester City shirt is very, very, very good. 103 appearances, 52 goal contributions, 54 goal contributions. His record in the Champions League, 17 games, 12 goal contributions. It's very, very, very good, including 8 goals in that time, right? His record in the Super Cup, only obviously played the one game. In the Club World Cup, 4 goal contributions in 3 games. In the Premier League, 30 goal contributions in 27 games. And that's only playing 4,113 minutes. In the, obviously for River Plate, 20 GA in 35, 32 in 38, 5 in 8, 1 in 2, 3 in 6, 18 in 30, 2 in 1, Community Shield, 1 goal in 2 games, FA Cup, 7 in 11, League Cup, 1 goal in 3. His record is very, 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 very good for Manchester City, considering he is not the main number 9. We're comparing this guy to number 9s of Napoli, number 9s of Sporting Lisbon. This guy is not the main number 9 and has got very good records. In the Copa America just gone, 2 goals in 5 games. 2 goals in 5 games. Was the second highest goal scorer. In the World Cup of 2022, when Argentina won it, 4 goals in 7 games. His record is very, 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 very good. He's on £100,000 a week. Arsenal could significantly improve that. They've already got 16 players on the wage bill on £100,000 a week. His attacking stats are very, 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 very good. Non-penalty goals, he's in the top 6% of players in Europe. Non-penalty XG, top 4%. Total shots, top 7%. Assists, top 15%. Shot creating actions, top 18%. Is extremely good on the numbers. Extremely good. I think, and that's compared to attackers and the wingers. Let's compare it against forwards. I mean, look, top 1% for passes attempted, top 5% for pass completion. His stats are very, very good. Obviously, non-penalty XG. He doesn't start or score that many compared to Haaland. But against wingers, forwards, and midfielders, his stats are very, very, very good. Now, you're talking about a guy that, in my humble opinion, improves Arsenal absolutely tenfold. Tenfold. He improves them. You're talking about a guy that brings a winning mentality into the dressing room. You're talking about a guy who, in my humble opinion, starts for Arsenal, gives significant, I guess you could say, competition to the Arsenal forwards. A guy that can play out wide. I don't see a downside in bringing Julian Alvarez to Arsenal. I do not see a downside in that. He has got all of the ability in the world. He's 24 years of age. He fits the profile. He's versatile. He's won the biggest honours you can win. His goal record is incredibly good. And the price is cheaper than a Victor Gyökeres. And the guy is Premier League proven. He's already got 30 goals in the league. For me personally, I think Arsenal or Chelsea or Atletico Madrid, whoever is interested, have to go out and break the bank for this guy. They have to go out and break the bank for this guy. Honestly, he is an absolute machine. An absolute machine. I don't see a team out there that Julian Alvarez does not get into, other than City and probably Madrid, because they've got Mbappe. They're also linked with João Pedro. You know, they're also linked with Victor Osimhen. You know, 9 minutes ago, Arsenal eyed shock deal for Julian Alvarez. 9 minutes ago. This has just come out while we're recording this video. Arsenal are eyeing a shock deal for Manchester City striker Julian Alvarez. Reports claim the Argentine World Cup winner's future at the Etihad has become subject to doubt over recent weeks, with Chelsea linked and both Atletico Madrid and PSG reportedly in talks over a potential move. Arsenal are still on the hunt for a major new striker addition this summer, and the Daily Mirror reports the Gunners are on red alert over Alvarez. They keep a very close eye on the situation. And there he is. I think personally, Victor Gyökeres improves them. I think I don't know why I keep saying Victor Gyökeres. Victor Osimhen and Gyökeres both improve them. I think Julian Alvarez improves them. I think either of those strikers, if they go in to join an Arsenal shirt, get goals galore. I think when I look at Manchester City next season, they'll probably go and bring in another wide player who can, or a midfielder who can play false number 9 if he does go. Now, when I look at what the likes of Manchester City want to do this season, if they do get rid of the likes of Julian Alvarez, for me, it's a big, big, big mistake. Now, João Pedro from Brighton has been heavily linked to a move to Arsenal. Pedro Neto, it almost seems like they're not Arsenal at the moment are not shutting down any transfer links. They're very open to a lot of options for they only want to bring in one forward. They have to get this forward right. If it's going to be Julian Alvarez, if it's going to be Pedro Neto, if it's going to be João Pedro, the options they'd have if they brought in either of those three would be very, very good going into next season. They've got an interesting game on Wednesday against Bayer Leverkusen. Arsenal need to be fully fit and firing because that is the last game before. Sorry, they've actually got a game against Lyon. Wow. So they've got 2 more games in pre-season. They've played Man United and Liverpool. They've got Leverkusen on Wednesday. And then, of course, they've got Lyon on the 11th. And then before you even think about it, the Premier League starts on the 17th for them against Wolves. So for me personally, Arsenal need to bring in a forward. Mikel Merino, I imagine the deal will probably be done in the next kind of 48 hours. And then for Arsenal, it's about what's in the plan next. What's in the plan next? It'll be very, very interesting to see what happens with regards to Julian Alvarez. The Sun are reporting that there are various different clubs out there looking on the Julian Alvarez radar. Arsenal are one of those clubs. Now, let me know your thoughts down below if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have dropped a like on the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you all for watching. I am out.